Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the one topic that is attraction and its uh, which generation is supposed to go next and which generation is not supposed to go. In this, basically, we are seeing about the one plan, basically what banking industry do the plan. So one person told that basically banking industry do basically negative plan and positive plan, two types of plan. So one bank basically told that basically that particular person is not getting job. Yeah, that is not our problem. Basically, they literally told that basically. Then basically you are doing certain level of plans. Basically, it might possible that due to that plan, basically he might not be getting the job. It might possible that. Then he told that basically, yeah, basically, but this type of system basically we don't know basically how basically it has created that due to one plan basically one person is not getting job and he is basically just waiting, and basically there is no call coming like this. Basically, he's waiting. Then he told that basically that is not our problem basically. Then basically one person told that you are basically creating the plans. Right? The World Bank is basically allocating each and every company's, each and every person's money basically. Then he told that basically yes, yeah, this is correct. That basically we need to check basically. Then they basically told that we basically will see basically each and everything basically how the each and every things basically are connected, how basically the things are basically connected. So one of the person told that basically for this basically we required some perfect mathematician who's and perfect statistic person basically how basically each and every things are connected. He so basically they allocated one Indian person basically in World Bank basically, and he told that basically he is the perfect person for the statistic and for the mathematics calculation. He can basically judge each and everything basically that from where actually each and every plants are basically connected. And then basically he told that basically then one person told that basically do one thing, do reverse basically. Reverse means basically do one thing, select one person basically and see basically why he's not getting job. Then basically easily you can able to track the problem basically from where basically the things basically are connected. Then he is told that basically the each and everything is basically are signed by the prime minister and presidents basically. So they are creating problem. They told that no, basically how they can basically create the problem. Their security groups are creating problem. Then basically how basically security groups can do because they are doing their job basically whatever the security army basically groups are telling them basically they are doing it. Then basically you are correct, yeah. Then basically where actually the problem? Then basically they tracked each and everything basically. They tracked from one single person basically. They track that one single person why he is not getting the. For example, selected one software person basically. Why he is not getting the job? Then basically he contacted to each and every human resource of the company that he is basically sending the job, sending the resume. You are not getting that. No, we are not getting it resume. We are not getting his resume. Then they told that basically why you are not getting resume? Because we got the one email ID and we basically was told by the our managers that you just have to check this all data basically, and whatever email address basically which is given in the search engine Google's and the job portals basically we don't check that. Not a single thing basically we check. Then if government audit comes, then basically for that basically we select few data basically, so that government basically will say that basically yeah basically you have checked the data. So for giving proof basically we do that. In that basically it might possible that that person's number might not be coming. Then he told that basically yeah that might be possible. Then they basically diagnose each and everything. Then they told that basically why the system is created like this that basically there are more than 5 crore professionals basically. Then basically diagnose that also basically. Then they told that basically each and every software is. And then one person told that basically each and every software basically are connected with what? They are connected with America basically. Whatever America says that basically that we have to listen. So then basically he told that the America is telling that he is not supposed to get that. No, basically America is not telling us because America is not diagnosing each and every people basically. That is each and every country basically. They are basically responsible for that particular person basically. But for software basically, I mean USA is responsible for that. He told that yeah, basically it is correct. So like this basically They connected this way also. Then basically they told that basically we are basically creating software equal to that example I have already taken. The text box equal to one city, sorry, thousand city. Thousand city basically does not exist in our area basically. So it might possible that the other than USA cities with USA country, that text box equal to thousand cities basically they might be creating some problem. Then they basically diagnose to that also basically. And World Bank basically 100% know that X box equal to 1000 city. Then basically they tracked that also basically, which all are this countries basically. Then they reached, they are basically reaching to the products to products. Because each and every products basically which you are creating, that is connecting to many areas basically. Many areas are basically connecting here, because that is going to generate lots of energies basically, and negative energy and positive energy. Each and product basically which banks basically creates it, that basically generates to many negative and positive energy. For that's why basically one of the statistic master and the mathematics master basically has taken by the World Bank basically. Then they told that basically that's one Indian basically software. So the Indian person basically, he basically is master in the system and the statistic and the mathematics basically, and he is good in the system management side also, banking management side. Then he told that basically text box equal to thousand. Then he connected to each and every cities basically where these textbooks are basically getting used. There also basically he was not able to track. Then he connected to combo like this each and every objects basically connected. Then also basically he was not able to track. Then basically he told that basically yeah, with we are not able to track that where actually the problem is. Then he told that basically you can do one thing, you um, connect to the power company basically from where basically the text box power are getting. Then he told that basically text box power, that means text box power means basically text box you are getting display in the screen basically, that basically is coming from the power supply, that is the thousand city basically. Achha. Then basically they told that no, basically we don't know that. Power company also don't know that the text box company basically is coming. Text box equal to thousand cities basically. The text box which is getting display, that is basically on the base of the thousand cities. Then also they were not able to diagnose. Power company also don't know that. But basically, yeah, basically the we are basically displaying the text box. Then they told that basically power company also don't know basically. Then they connected to energy companies like Reliance, IPCL, ONGC, Ames Oxygen. Then they told that basically, is this connected to particular human souls basically? That person is not getting the data. So whenever the basically the power companies are giving just setting the each and every data basically, each and every basically humans basically connects with the data basically. Each and every humans data basically are connecting to that text box. That's why basically whenever you're typing that particular name, that text box is basically able to understand this name basically. And he basically immediately displays entire energy basically. He told that yeah, basically it might be correct. So is this connected to some souls basically? Because few people says that basically one person basically has declared his specific particular death. He has already told that this person is dead. So they basically start doing the process of death. It might possible due to that basically he might not be getting the job basically because he's already dead. Na? One person basically has already planned that he is dead. Basically. We had declared him as a dead. That also basically might possible because whenever you are searching the data of that particular person basically, the energies basically which are supposed to generate basically, that is not getting generated. That basically is not getting generated. Then basically the army people connected here. Army people basically told that basically we are basically just following the orders of the our superior basically. They're telling that we have to do war here. For that basically we are doing that. Then the group basically connects to the group basically you are connected to the army, and like this basically they group connected. They thought that uh, we are just doing the our task basically. If they says that basically you have to start a war here, then you have to start war here. Then one person told that basically uh, the currently basically the war is going off this whole country basically. Is this due to that particular earth planet is moving there in that direction, and basically the satellite group basically required some sound effect. Then basically he told that basically this is the only reason basically. Then he told that basically why in India basically there is no war. India basically there is no sound basically coming. Then he told that basically this is Diwali festival is there, no? There basically they are not giving the sound effect. Then basically they told that yeah basically. So this is basically not war basically. They are just celebrating the festival basically. He told that basically yeah basically you are correct, yeah. So basically he told that basically in the Diwali time basically the India just required some tiny sound effect, small sound effect. So for that basically they are doing the festival creation. They are doing the festival creation so that basically they gets the sound effect, because our planet is moving in this side basically on Diwali time. Means Earth planet is moving this side, but the India land is moving that side. That's why basically they require some tiny sound effect. For that basically Diwali festival is created on this time only, because every time Diwali festival comes, it doesn't comes on the same date only. Every time the date gets differ. So each and he told that basically each and every activities which is basically happening in the earth planet, that is directly connected with some other activities basically. Then he told that basically is this connected with the that sound effect basically, that due to that sound effect basically the things basically are doing plan, and that plan basically is that something this clash happening. Then basically he told that basically no basically I don't think basically the things basically is happening like this. Then basically he told that basically that do one thing, move the earth planet to this direction, move the earth planet to this direction so that basically he can get the job. Then he told that basically sorry we can't basically change the entire earth planet direction for one person basically. Then he told that basically if anything happens to that person, then basically you will be responsible. Then basically so sorry why should we do responsible, that he that's basically where that country basically where he is staying, they will be responsible. Then the whole country basically told that basically you will be taking responsibility. Then basically 200 country basically connected to the prime minister and president basically, you will take the responsibility if anything happens to this particular person basically. And they told them, no, sorry, why we can take the responsibility. These basically in the software industry, the software industry group basically that is basically handled. We have already given everything to USA. USA will be responsible. Then basically they told that basically how USA will be responsible. How USA will be responsible. They are directly telling that thousand city equal to tax box. We don't have any power basically for this for any of the person basically we should say that this person is not then basically they told that basically the earth planet movement basically happens according to the god direction. Then they told that no basically god is not directing the earth planet basically, that earth planet to move this side, earth planet to move that side basically, that basically god is not telling basically. In universe basically god basically is not telling the thing basically. God basically, they say that basically God basically is created so that basically everybody should listen basically that particular person, and they basically have many energy power also basically. They have basically many powers basically, like Shivan God, Mahakali God, Jalaram God, Jesus God. Like this all basically people basically have basically many power basically. Whatever their groups say basically, they basically have to do. Like this Hindu group is there. In Hindu group basically the biggest god is Shivan god basically. So whatever their group basically do, the entire Hindu have to do that only. Entire Hindu group basically do that only. So basically entire Hindu groups are basically connected with Shivan god. Then basically he told that yes, basically entire Hindu groups are existing due to Shivan god only. Then he literally told that also basically directly, that entire Hindu groups are connected with Shivan god. That means Shivan god exists. Shivan god basically do whatever thing basically. Every entire god basically is going to, sorry, entire people are going to do that only. So like this basically each and everything basically got diagnosed. So from basically he told that basically if you want to know basically entire chain basically of each and every product basically, then basically you have to go by single person basically. You take one single person and example, then revert the thing basically and just see basically how you will reach to the entire chains basically of the product. For example, you are creating this 5 crore project basically 5 crore people, then basically plan basically it might possible that some other plans also might be getting effect. Some other plans also might be getting effect. That basically you might not be getting you might not be tracking that. So he told that basically, yeah, basically you might be correct. But for that, basically we required some one person basically who can do this whole thing. Basically, he told that basically there one uh, Indian person is there. Basically, he is basically good in the statistic and he is good into the mathematics and he is basically good into management side also. Take that Indian person basically. Then they told that basically, yeah, basically we need this type of person basically so that that particular person basically exists and he basically can do the certain level of plans basically, can do the certain level of plans. Then basically they hired the Indian person and then basically he started the thing basically. Then they basically started the diagnosing the thing basically. Then they created the product, then they done the plans, then each and everything basically was generated, then each and everything basically connected. Like this basically things basically comes into the picture. Then the banks basically told that basically, then the person basically who told that basically you got basically why he is not getting the job. Then basically told that we are basically tracking it basically. We are tracking basically each and every statistic basically why basically this person is not getting job. We are tracking it. So for that basically he told that basically I need help from one of the software company basically. Few software company owner basically says that basically the World Bank basically told that this is the person name basically. Then one of the software company told that basically I can't see his resume. I can't see his resume also basically in the Naukri.com in the monster. That means they have done the some setting basically. So then basically he diagnosed that also basically. Why he is not getting able to see the resume of that particular person. And he told that basically he is the very big software company owner basically. Why he is not able to see that particular resume. Then basically he connected with the human resource department of the Hindustan. Then he told that basically we just basically somebody else group has created this entire system basically, that is the job portal basically system. You connect to that particular people basically because you will, whenever you see the job portal, this entire job portal is looking like the same only basically. That means one group has created this system basically. You connect to that system basically, group people basically who actually created this system. Then they told that basically then the that the Indian basically World Bank person basically connected to set of group basically who created the system basically. Then they says that basically we are basically just having certain level of condition. It might possible that somebody might have entered this person's name and he might have basically told that basically block this person ID. Then he told that basically nobody can do like this type of authority basically. Only basically God family who can do this type of authority. So you want to say that some God family has done this? Then he told that basically might possible basically. Then he told that which is that God family who has basically told that block his ID. up to this time basically. So who have got the authority to tell this type of thing basically? Then he told that basically God equal to connected with universe area basically. In universe basically whatever things basically happens, for that basically God power is also basically required. So for that's why basically he is God of this particular temple, of this particular samaj, of this particular caste. For example, one person told that basically, who is the god of Gujarati language? Then he told that basically in Gujarati there are many castes basically. But in Gujarati he told that basically Christians are also there, Hindus are also basically there, Jains are also there. Like this, many Muslims are also basically there. Then how basically you can say that language wise who is the god? That is not possible basically. Then he told that basically it's very difficult. Somebody basically, if anybody tries to track that basically, then basically it would be very difficult to reach up to that particular god basically. Yeah, basically that according to that only the entire system basically is created. Then that person basically was told that basically we need to diagnose this more detail basically. Then he told that basically who is basically the god of India basically. Then basically he told that basically who were basically created the entire India, that basically are Congress group basically. No, basically Congress group basically do basically whatever they gets in the paper basically. Whatever things basically they gets into the paper, that is the basically set of tasks they do. Then basically he told that from where that particular paper are basically coming. Can you please track that address basically? Then he told that basically it's very difficult to track the address here. How basically it is possible to track that address basically? Because whenever you reach to do that particular area and if you ask this particular address, their security guard basically gets activated immediately, and they will basically never able to reach. They you basically can't able to reach to that area only basically. Before that only something will happen to you. Before only basically that something happens to. Then he told that basically is that area basically where always bomb blast happened. Always basically some people basically gets die. Always basically some terror activity happens. Then basically told that basically might possible, huh? Because nobody will try to reach to that area also basically because the area is treated as a terrorist area. This is one side basically. Then he told that basically another side is basically the VIP areas. There basically nobody goes only basically. If anybody is asked the address basically to whom to ask the address basically, because nobody exists only there basically, not a single shop also basically exists in the VIP areas. Then basically how you can ask the address? Then basically yes, yeah, you are correct basically. You are basically correct basically. It's very difficult to track each and everything basically. Then basically the banks basically person basically told that basically it's very difficult to find the chain each for example I am creating this 5 crore people's product basically. Then basically it's difficult to track the each and every chains basically. Each and every chain tracking is very difficult to track basically. Then he told that basically he connected with few software companies. That special software company owner basically who was not able to see the resume of that particular person, he connected to that portal also basically where he basically, that was naukri.com basically, where he was not able to see the his particular resume. And basically he connected to that naukri.com owner also basically, real owner basically. Then he told that basically he's some ex-president basically. No, sorry, she is some ex-president. But he told that basically he died actually, I think. Then basically the person who designed, he actually died. Then basically he told that that's okay. Basically, we just want the people basically who are working under him basically, who basically were working under him. Basically. Then he connected to those people also basically. Like this, basically the World Bank person basically started doing the meetings. And the meeting was basically the how to basically track the entire system, basically entire products basically which are connecting to each other. By creating one product, basically it is getting effect to each and every products basically. And for that, basically he has taken one person basically Aadhaar card, that this person is basically not getting the job. For that, basically for one example purpose basically, and he has basically connected to that person also basically who is actually not able to see his resume also. That person also basically he connected with, and then basically connected to that portal also basically, where basically he was not able to see the resume basically. So he connected to these all people, and then basically he started the meeting with that group basically, and he connected to that chief minister also basically, where this is the basically headquarters of that particular portal, Naukri portal basically. Then he told that basically it is lots of people says that basically it's in Noida basically, but in he told that basically we want the real address basically from where each and every job portals are basically getting entered. Then he told that basically it is in Gujarat. So real thing basically. For example, one person told that headquarter of Monster is basically in Naukri.com. Then basically he told that we want the real address basically, from where the entire Monster India is basically a country controlled. Then he told that basically I think it's then he given the real address, like same with the Naukri.com basically. Then he basically collected the real address basically, because he want to uh, connect the each and every chains of the products basically, that how basically one product is getting created, and then basically why how the automatically it basically connects to the other products, and then basically the products basically when it connects to the other product, the each and every data basically gets effect. So up to that minor level basically the tracking basically started. That's why basically they told that basically they have hired one Indian person who is basically good in statistic, and he is good in basically mathematics, and he is basically good in banking management. For that, basically, he hired the World Bank basically told that we have hired one Indian person. Basically. So that basically the Indian person is basically tracking basically each and every products mapping basically, how each and every products basically are mapped with the. So here basically we are seeing each and every plans basically of the banking industry. In this basically we connected to this basically, that is basically one product is basically getting created, how basically one product basically when it gets creates, how basically it automatically connects to the another product, and basically it gets effect to the another product, and that is basically negative effect and positive effect, both effect basically connects. So in next part basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.